Well, good afternoon. It's 2:56 on Wednesday, November 6th, uh, 2019. Um, I'm speaking to you from Skid Row, Los Angeles. Uh, an urban jungle where no one really cares to give us enough services to eliminate homelessness. Homelessness being a national and international world problem. It's a world problem. And until all the nations get together, homelessness will always exist. We have about 90,000 people that are encamped right under my window of 4th, 5th, and San Pedro, 427 East 5th Street. That's where I live. I've been here 14 years. I've been able to analyze and deduct the kind of services and the kind of people that service us. Us. I've seen brothers and sisters die. Gentleman was just a gentleman was just put in jail, clinic. All the security was indoors, by the way. It was not outside. The police do not walk in this neighborhood. They serve and protect the people who are rich, who are 6 blocks away, who can afford multi-million dollar condominium. The average life expectancy, I'll keep saying this, is 46 to 47. 6 blocks from here, it's 77. The level of health here is very poor. The people who service us, the social workers, the doctors, the lawyers, the heads of non for profits, the police, none of them live here. They don't live here because they know this is not a place to live or raise children. Oh, by the way, I haven't seen too many children here. I don't know where they went. I don't know where they went. Many of the people in Hollywood, and I will read you a list in a moment, used to be homeless, but they don't live here anymore. They come on Thanksgiving, they come in Christmas time, they come through at the holiday functions, they feed us, and then they leave. The social workers, they do what they do, and then they leave. The mission next door has been here for 136 years to alleviate homelessness. There's not enough beds here. So at 5 p.m., they take a bunch of people and send them to Hollywood or wherever there's another shelter that's possible that could house them. LA Times is not interested in doing articles here. I've approached them. I've approached the film community as many as I could, but they are not interested. 100 people died in 2019 on Skid Row. These people could have been saved if we had better health, if we had a hospital here. Instead, they build a clinic, they fill it up, and then they build another clinic. And then they build another clinic down the street. And they build another clinic down the street. I've seen it, 14 years worth, and they all are useless because the problem exists and it's also increased 12 to 16% year. There's many people here who are not citizens. They wait until 5 o'clock. I see them drunk out of their minds. And the mission opens the doors and feeds them, and then they go back to their drunken ways. Substance abuse, they call it, alcoholism, mental illness. We receive the minimum of services, and yet the newspapers, they call us, what do they say? I forgot the word. Yeah. I happen to have Alzheimer's, depression, attention deficit disorder. I'm 50% deaf. I wear hearing aids. Don't hear much. The amount of needles on the street is horrendous. This is a major health problem. People defecating on the sidewalk, peeing on the sidewalk, peeing in the corner, peeing in the alley. The rats who used to live in my car. I no longer have a car. They ate the cables underneath my car. Then I couldn't afford to fix it. So I no longer have a car. Now I have a scooter. Unfortunately, my scooter, I had to leave on the first floor, and I locked it up, but they stole the batteries from it. That's $300 worth of batteries. So now I don't have a scooter. I'm stuck at home basically. And of course, social services, they run in, they run out. They don't live here. They do not know what the problem is. When it rains, all the rats come out of the sewers. So the city of Los Angeles put little gates on the sewers. Well, the rats have many holes to come out of. They've been here longer than anybody else. You say disease? Let's see. One of the missions down here, half a block from here, you had flesh eating bacteria. Some police officers had the same situation from touching the homeless. They've taken all the mailboxes out. They've taken all the public phones out. They set up 2 toilets, which are not enough for this large population. There's 2 different gangs in this neighborhood. The people downstairs in front of my door are selling drugs. The police do nothing. Down the street at the Southern, they're sitting there in chairs, packaging them in front of me as I pass by. I say nothing. I say nothing. What can I say? What can I say to you who are not watching this? What can I say to the foundations that have millions and billions of dollars and only spend 5% each year? Mr. Microsoft has a $16 billion foundation, but they only spend 5%. The rest is capital, which is being held in real estate, oil, blood stocks, blah, 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 bonds, blah, blah, blah. His family is from banking. They taught him about money, how to make money. The rich are intelligent enough to be able to extricate themselves from here and live somewhere else. Beverly Hills, Hollywood Hills, and wherever else they live. One guy owns a $40 million home. Another guy owns a $70 million home. Occasionally they feel sorry. They donate some money and then they run out. Hospitals in the valley, they drop patients here. The state had to sue them to stop that. What? It's not stopping. As soon as someone comes out of the jail system, which is only a few blocks away from here on First Street in Alameda, they come here. The police are not compassionate. They lie to us consistently. One block from here, they came in, they shot an African guy and killed him. Lots of stories all over the place. Oh, yeah, they came in, they shot the guy. Guy on the second floor died of cancer in my building. 2 doors down, the guy died of AIDS. Another guy down the hall died of AIDS also. The level of medicine that we are receiving from any of the social services is disgusting, inhuman, genocidal. And I guess what I'll do now is let's see if I can stretch my cables. I'm going to show you the corner where I live in. If I can get this camera there. Hold on. Yeah. Unhook that one. See if I can unhook this one. Unhook this one. Unhook this one. Unhook this one. And I hope you can still hear me. Can you hear me? Have you heard me? Okay, let's see if I can bring you there. Uh, I may not be able to, but I'll try. I don't know if this camera has a zoom, but I guess it doesn't.